Hello, everybody. If we ever hope to create fair markets and close the gap between the very rich and the very poor, we need radical change, like the sovereign money proposal by Progressive Money Canada. You can pick around the edges and play with regulations and laws, but it will never be enough. We need systemic change. I'm sure most of you have heard of the term trickle-down economics. Although for those of you that have not, it basically means that if you give more tax breaks and incentives to corporations and the rich, they will use it to invest in productive enterprises and create jobs. And they are the only ones capable of doing that. However, empirical analysis of the reality of that concept has been proven false many times over. For example, a report released by the IMF in 2015 states that if the income share of the top 20% increases, then GDP growth actually declines over the medium term, suggesting that benefits do not trickle down. In contrast, an increase in the income share of the bottom 20% is associated with higher GDP growth. So the poor and the middle class matter the most for growth. Which leads me to my story about the house that I lived in when I was a child, and provides a clear metric for illustrating the increasing gap between the rich and the poor. My father, he purchased our house in Surrey, British Columbia in 1966 for a little over $14,000. And it was big. We had 5 bedrooms, a kitchen with a nook in it, a large living room. We had a rumpus room in the basement, and a large city lot. And at the time, Dad was working as an instrument mechanic for Chevron, and he was making a little over $8,000 a year. So the cost of our house was about 1 3/4 times larger than his income. In 2019, that same house was assessed at over $866,000, and the average income of an instrument mechanic in Canada at that time was about $70,000. So the cost of the house was about 12.5 times larger than the average income of an instrument mechanic. And this is largely the result of allowing privately owned commercial banks the privilege to create money and political lobbying by the financial elite to influence the writing of our laws that protect their wealth and power. We could change that by educating people and show them that there's a better way. We do have options, so share this message with as many folks as you can. Have a good day.